Stretching out across the velvet grain of afternoon, watching the sunlight turn into a liquid kind of gold. The clock on the wall has developed a stutter in its stool, telling me stories that the seconds never bothered to hold. I am drifting past the edges of the painted room, where shadows lengthen light, fingers tracing the dust. Everything moving at the pace of a wilting bloom, turning to iron and letting it settle to rust. There is a prism hiding inside a cracked glass pane, splitting the gray into violet and a sudden shade of teal. Walking through streets that are drying up after the rain, everything sliding beneath the ghost of a wheel. I look at the people like statues carved out of breath, waiting for signals that never quite change their hue. Staring at life like it is playing a game with death, and I am just floating in a crowd of shimmering blue. Oh, the hours are bending like willow trees in the gallons, pulling the thread from a spool that refuses to spin. I am navigating a ship without a compass or sail, watching the borders of the outside melting right in, lost in the surf of a moment that refuses to end. Letting the gravity take all the weight of my bones. Time is a road that has forgotten exactly where to bend, and I am just walking through these quiet and hollow zones. My thoughts are like leaves swirling in a deep dark well, patterns emerging and dissolve before they take a shake. I am listening closely to the toll of a sunken bell, trying to find an exit or maybe just an escape. But the colors are thick like honey upon the air, sticking to eyelashes and blurring the view of the sky. There is no answer, no heavy burden to bear, just watching the centuries as they lazily stumble on by. The stillness is heavy, a blanket of wool on the skin, softening edges of the world that I thought I knew. Starting to wonder where the end decides to begin, when everything shifts into a different shade of view. Oh, the hours are bending like little trees in the gills, pulling the thread from a spool that refuses to spin. I am navigating the ship without a compass or sail, watching the borders of the outside melting right in, lost in the surf of a moment that refuses to end. Letting the gravity take all the weight of my bones, climbing the road that has forgotten exactly where to bend, and I am just walking through these quiet and hollow zones.